Obviously, just really, really proud of these guys. When we got this thing started just 9 months ago, we asked them to trust us, and I really believe that's what the end result was, especially the last 3-4 weeks of the season. These guys finally came together as a true team, and football, more than any other sport, you got to have trust, and just really, really proud of them. Really happy for the community that they're really supportive. Gave us everything we needed. I know there's a lot of people that, especially after coming so close last year, it's not something that we focused on, but I know these guys have carried a chip throughout the year, and I'm just really, really proud of them for accomplishing that. The offensive staff came up with a new formation, and they really had trouble adjusting to it. I think we could have stayed in that one formation all game long, and all throughout the playoffs, we've had 4 games that went down to the fourth quarter, really to the last series. And it's been the offensive line really just grinding and grinding and grinding and leaning on them. And then Malcolm continually pounding it in there. And in the fourth quarter, we've really had our success in the fourth quarter in the playoffs. Wow is exactly right. In 6 minutes in, I believe, it was 8-7. And I would not have been surprised if that was the final score of the game, coming in. So just really surprised, again, that the offensive, what the scheme they came up with, certainly we had a plan, but knowing that it's going to, we weren't that positive that it was going to be successful. It was an unbalanced set. Yeah, and we had success running to it and away. And then, once they started coming in, they really had to respect Malcolm. CJ really made some good plays, both reading, pulling the ball, and then getting the ball out to Kendrick Paul and to Steven as well.
Yes, sir. Like in the third quarter, me and my O-line, we talked. We ran them down, so that was a plus for us. We had smiles on our faces, and we just kept pounding them. My O-line is the best. If you ask me, it's the best one in the state. Of course, it's more exciting. I definitely had a smile on my face. The yards is coming 6, 8 yards a game, so it was great. It means a lot knowing that the rebuilding that we did from 2010 until this year, we went from the semis to the dome and lost last year, heartbreaker. And just to come and do this is just amazing. It's great. It's an amazing feeling. Of course, like Coach said, we really didn't focus on that, but of course it was always a chip on our shoulder, and it was just to get here and win it. That was the goal from the beginning of the year.
Well, no doubt, and we were obviously a little concerned about our kicking game. We got a young kicker who had his best game of the year today. And but watching him warm up yesterday, as a staff, we kind of talked about it. We didn't want to put him in unnecessary situations. We had that 4th and 10 play, which was a good call as well, but had some bumping going on Steven. But Bryce LeBlanc is only a sophomore, his first year ever kicking. We didn't want to put him in too many situations, so being able to score on 4th and short down in the red zone was huge. Absolutely.
I just keep my feet going, and every time I get the ball, I put some in my head to like nobody can tackle me. I'm about to go until like you really wrap up and tackle me. But if you don't wrap up, I'm gonna keep going. The OC told me I got to get some pulls in because they're gonna keep stuffing it on Malcolm. So when I get the pulls in and I get around the edge and get yards, it opened it up for Malcolm, and that's how we do it. I look at the rover or like the person I got to beat on the edge, and then when I pull it, I put in my mind that he's not going to tackle me and I'm about to get to this edge. Well, the community, they really deserve it because they come to every game, support Rayville 3 hours, like just every game. And every time they see me outside of school, they be like, we got to win this one because last year was a heartbreaker. And they just, I don't know, man, they deserve it.
All I can do is thank God because, I never had the opportunity. It's always been a dream to play in a state game and win it. And that's a really exciting feeling. They have a very good offensive line, and we had to stand up to that. Their power run game is very strong, and all we had to do was stand up and defend ourselves. One of the students at our school was killed in a tragic accident on a railroad, by a train, named Brent Torres. Torres Strong staying strong.
I mean, personally, just the word that comes to mind is humbling. You know, I mentioned it to Robin, just getting here is a humbling experience because there's so many coaches out there that I respect that haven't had this opportunity because they weren't in the right place at the right time. It's one of the things when I accepted this job, I knew it was set for something like this if everybody would just come together. The biggest thing is, again, proud of how the entire coaching staff got these guys to play together as a team and to trust them, again, in a short period of time. I mean, I was here watching these guys play last year, but I met these guys late March. So for them to commit to us and again, to trust us, I thought that was what it was all about, and I'm just really proud of them. Knowing Brew like we do, I know he's probably up there tearing up, proud of these guys. You know, this is obviously as much part of him and what he's started. You know, so really happy to be able to finish it for him.